This conference will now be recorded.
So first, if you go in the neck, first you have your skin. Then below it you have your platysma muscle. Your platysma muscle. Then below that you have your superficial fascia. No, sorry, skin, superficial fascia, then platysma. Then you will have your deep fascia. Deep fascia. Okay. So deep fascia is below your platysma. What is platysma muscle? It is a loose muscle covering whole of your neck. You must have seen the frill-like thing under the ox neck. Ox neck. That is a modification. The platysma in human beings is a modification of the muscle present in the ox and other rudimentary animals. So deep fascia, what it consists of? It consists of three layers. Your investing layer, which is like a collar covering whole. Then you have your pretracheal layer. As the name suggests, it is in front of the trachea. You will have your, if this is your my anterior side and this is my posterior, and this is a cross section, this is my trachea, and in front of that I will be having my pretracheal fascia. This is next will be your prevertebral fascia. Okay, prevertebral fascia. Prevertebral, as the name again says, is this is my cervical vertebrae. In front of this I will be having the prevertebral fascia. So and there are two modifications of this fascia. One is your carotid sheath on both the sides, and your buccopharyngeal fascia, which extends from your pharynx and to the muscles of pharynx. Okay, from base of skull to muscles of pharynx, buccopharyngeal fascia. So let us see every layer in detail. First, going to your investing layer. Going to your investing layer. First, we should know the attachments, right? Attachments above, below, medially, laterally, anteriorly, posteriorly, where it is attached. So first, we will see superiorly. So imagine my body. I will be also showing in the 3D model. But now, so if this is your from posterior side, I am going. This is my back of my head. So I will have my great occipital protuberance, external occipital protuberance. Then I will be having my superior nuchal line, external occipital protuberance. Then what I will be having? Superior nuchal line. Then laterally from the side, okay, from the side, this is my, from the side, your mastoid process, and your, this is your mandible here, right? This is your mandible. So your lower border of mandible. These are the superior attachments. These are the superior attachments of your investing layer. Okay, what do you have from posterior to matlab from back to forward? External occipital protuberance, your superior nuchal line, your mastoid process, and your lower border of mandible. Then inferiorly, what do you have? Inferiorly below, inferiorly here you will be having your hyoid bone, your clavicle beside it, and posteriorly you will have spine of scapulae. So if I draw it here, the spine of scapulae, then the acromion process over here, then the upper border of clavicle, then your jugular notch, okay. Inferior attachments done, superior, inferior. Then anteriorly from where to where it is extending from the symphysis mentae to your digastric or jugular notch again. Okay, so it is attached to your symphysis mentae to your jugular notch, and it is continuous with its counterpart. It is continuous from right side and left side are continuous with each other till jugular notch. Then posteriorly, what do you have? Posteriorly behind from your external protuberance, you will have your ligamentum nuchae. Okay, ligamentum nuchae. From there to seventh spinous process of C7. Okay, spinous. So from where? From your external protuberance, then you will have ligamentum nuchae. Sorry for the disturbance, guys. C7 spinous process. Okay, so these are the attachments of your investing layer: superior done, inferior done, anterior done, posterior done. Then what we have to do, attachment done. Now we will see these layers. What is the speciality? They will split whatever is coming in their way, they will split and enclose them. Okay, so we will see investing layer, how it is extending. First we will see in the vertical direction, then we will see in the horizontal direction. Okay, we are tracing the fascia. So if I go in the midline, I am tracing the fascia. This is my jugular notch over here. I will go straight till the hyoid bone, After that, it will go front and it will split to enclose the submandibular gland. Which gland? Submandibular gland. Submandibular gland, salivary gland. Okay, then it will again close, it will go somewhat forward, and again it will enclose the parotid gland over here. Parotid gland. Here in above this jugular fossa also it is enclosing a space. Which space is jugular fossa? Your jugular fossa it is enclosing. First from here it will split, jugular fossa enclosed, go straight till hyoid bone. This is your hyoid bone. Then go straight. Then it is splitting on the both sides into superficial and deep layers to cover your submandibular salivary gland and your parotid salivary gland. Okay, so here your parotid salivary gland, again there is a modification here. Above the parotid gland you will have your masseter muscle over here, masseter muscle for chewing. So along with this it will form a tough fascia called parotido-masseteric fascia. Parotido-masseteric fascia. Okay, is it clear till now? Anyone has any doubt? Again, now we will see where the superficial and deep layers are attached. Your submandibular gland, the superficial layer is attached to the body of the mandible. Here you will have your mandible, right? So to the body of the mandible, the superior layer is attached, and the deep layer is covering the medial surface of the submandibular gland. It is obvious, right? The superficial layer, it will attach to the body of your mandible will be there like this, so it will attach to the body of the mandible, and deep layer will cover the medial surface, and it will attach to the mylohyoid line. Myohyoid, not mylo. Myohyoid line, it will be present on the mandible. It will attach to the myohyoid line. Okay, done. Your parotid fascia, let us see where it is attaching. Parotid fascia, where it is attaching. Your parotid fascia, posteriorly it will attach to the styloid process. Okay, it will insert like this, styloid process. It will be like a sling, your jhula. How a jhula or a swing is there, like this. Here your parotid gland will be there in between. Anteriorly it is merging with the masseter fascia to form your parotido-masseteric fascia. Now we have to see jugular fossa. Jugular fossa, what are the contents we have to see? This is a space. In this, what are the contents we have to see? Your jugular notch is there. Jugular arch is there, not notch. Jugular arch is there. Your heads of sternocleidomastoids. Heads of sternocleidomastoid are there, right? Then your lymph nodes and interclavicular ligament will be there. Interclavicular ligament. So what are they? Jugular arch. Hence you feel your jugular pulse here, right? Jugular arch, heads of sternocleidomastoid, lymph nodes, and your interclavicular ligaments. Done. So now you move somewhat laterally. You reach the let me keep it here. I will draw here. Now you will go somewhat laterally. You are reaching the clavicle. In the middle third of the clavicle, again this layer is splitting. How this layer is there? It is like a collar around your neck hole. This layer is there. So it will split here. It will split into superficial and deep and enclose a space. What is this space? This is above the clavicle. So supraclavicular fossa. Supraclavicular fossa. Okay.
Nusrat, I'll just take half a second of yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone who is present over here, I'd like to just make an announcement that on Sunday we'll be having a small ceremony kind of thing for successful completion of 40 sessions. The chief guest being invited is the Vice Principal, Deccan College of Medical Sciences, Gopal Krishna sir. I request everyone to be present there in large numbers. It will not be a session as such, but will have motivation talks by the chief guest, and also certificates of participation will be distributed for the participants who have participated for more than 30 sessions, and also we'll be having a prize distribution ceremony for the 5 students who have been actively participating throughout this journey. And also I'll be telling about the program that I was talking about yesterday. I see it seems that many people are really interested for that program. Any inputs that you want to give, you can personally DM me, because it helps me to make the schedule and also to discuss with you all. We should have a meeting in a day or two regarding the same. Okay, we'll discuss regarding it tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Okay, let us have the ceremony, and we are planning to invite other batches also from our college, so that it stands out to them as it was a successful organization and it has helped many people. And I request some participants to just, can they come forward and add 1 minute of what you have actually learned from this, so that it is impactful for the audience that are there. 1 or 2 participants, please come forward. We request you to have just audio. It will not be a video. Just you have to say for half a minute or 1 minute regarding what you felt in the after attending this these sessions of the organization, because that would be good for the ceremony as such. Okay, I think you can continue, Nusrat, and any inputs, please don't forget to DM me. Hope you're enjoying the learning process. Thank you.
So coming back, where were we? We have moved laterally. We have reached the middle 1/3 of the clavicle. So there you are again. Your investing layer is splitting into 2, and it is matlab. I cannot show it in 3D. If one will be superficial like this. This is my superficial. This is my deep. So it will split and take your and enclose your supraclavicular fossa. What do you have inside the supraclavicular? Your inferior belly of omohyoid. The brown one I have drawn here, this is your omohyoid. So your inferior belly of omohyoid. It will come here, it will be attached by a sling, and this will be your superior belly. Inferior belly of omohyoid, your lymph nodes, and sling. This sling of for omohyoid. So one more modification of your investing layer. It forms, first we have seen sling for omohyoid muscle, and dividing it, your 2 bellies are held together by that sling. It is attached to the bone and kept like that, like a keela. You are pinning it up there. Okay. Then it will also form a sling for your digastric. Digastric also has anterior and posterior belly. So where it is hinging it around, it is putting it around the mandible. Here it will attach it to the mandible. Okay, digastric slings done. Now we have seen vertically, we have traced the deep layer. Now we will trace it horizontally. So I have to draw a cross section.
Anam wants you to repeat, just revise the whole part what you have taught till now, just in a brief way.
Yeah, I will after this. Okay. So this I am taking the cross section. So now we are tracing it horizontally. This is my posterior side. This is my anterior side, anterior and posterior. So what muscle you will have here? You will have your trapezius over here, your trapezius. What you will have anteriorly? You will have your sternocleidomastoid anteriorly, and it will come like this. It will enclose them both. Okay, trapezius and sternocleidomastoid. And here what it is forming, you will get the posterior triangle. I will be showing in the 3D model. Then it will be clear for you where the posterior triangle is coming, how it is formed. This will form the roof of posterior triangle here. After the behind the sternocleidomastoid, we have the posterior triangle. In front of the sternocleidomastoid, you have the anterior triangle. So roof of the anterior triangle is also formed by a investing layer. So summing up, you can write this as rules of two. You can remember, not writing, rules of two. So your investing layer, it is enclosing two muscles, forming the roof of two triangles, forming the slings for two muscles, enclosing two fossa, supraclavicular and jugular fossa. And what more we have? Enclosing two glands, right? These are for investing layer. Who regarding the person who told to repeat, I will be showing in 3D model now, so it will be a repetition only. So I don't want to waste time. I will go ahead. I will surely make it sure that it is clear for you. After that also, if you don't understand, then I will repeat that time. Okay. Now we are going inside. We are going to your pretracheal fascia. What is pretracheal fascia? It is in front of the trachea. So this will be your investing layer whole around. Then this will be your trachea. So in front of the trachea, whatever fascia you are having, that is your pretracheal fascia. Now let us see its attachments, how we saw for the other. So superiorly it is attached to your hyoid bone. Inferiorly, it will again go to your jugular notch. Like if I draw my man like this, model like this, then this will be your hyoid bone over here. So from here, brown one will be my rough diagram. This is my investing layer. Okay. Well, how will be my, this trachea will come. This is my trachea. Okay. This is my trachea. So in front of the trachea, I will be having my pretracheal. So it will start from the hyoid bone. Here you will have your thyroid gland, right? Thyroid gland enclosing your cartilages. Let me draw with different color. Your cartilages here, thyroid cartilage, cricoid cartilage. So it will attach to them. Thyroid. It will enclose the thyroid gland, and it will go down your suprasternal notch only. Okay, it is like this. So what inferiorly, it is going to jugular fossa. In between, it is having attachments with your cricoid, your thyroid cartilage, right? Thyroid cartilage. Okay. Then anteriorly, posteriorly, it is not appropriate to tell. Anteriorly, it will what I should say, and it is anteriorly only. Posterior, it is not complete. It's like a single layer like this in front of the trachea. Okay. So superior, inferior attachments done. Now let us trace it. Okay. Till where it is going? Till it is going through the your fibrous pericardium of the heart, not your jugular fossa, jugular notch. It will attach there, but it is extending full completely till your fibrous pericardium of your heart. Heart has two layers, fibrous and serous pericardium. It will attach to the fibrous pericardium, or you can say the pretracheal fascia, pretracheal space is continuous with your anterior superior mediastinum, right? Superior mediastinum. Now we will trace it. Okay. Now we will trace it. So vertical tracing, what it will enclose? It will enclose the thyroid gland. Nothing much. This thyroid is attached to cricoid by this modification. Thyroid is attached to cricoid by the modification, and that is called, thyroid gland is attached to cricoid by ligament of Berry. Ligament of Berry. This is the modification of the fascia. That's why when you have a midline swelling, this is a clinical applied point. If you have a midline swelling in your
There is slight blurring from your side.
now, okay.
No, it's still slightly blurred.
Okay, I'm writing a big only. So if you have a midline swelling, of in your neck, to confirm, it may be from your muscle, it may be from your other structure, it may be a esophagus tumor, anything it can be. How you can say that it is only thyroid? You can confirm that the swelling is arising from the thyroid by telling the patient to swallow, deglutition. निगलो बोल के ऐसा बोलते, निगलो, you tell him. So if the patient is swelling and this swelling is moving up on deglutition, this confirms this makes it certain that this swelling is arising from the thyroid. Why it is moving up on deglutition? Because this cricoid gland moves up on deglutition. It is attached to the thyroid by ligament of Berry, so that is pulling it up. Okay, this is a clinical applied point. And then one more point here. Now the posterior layer is not so tough. The anterior layer of, or superficial or anterior, anything you can say, this is forming. So this is forming which capsule of thyroid? Your true capsule or your false capsule? It is forming the false capsule. True capsule is formed by the fibrous stroma. The thyroid gland itself, the fibrous stroma, is forming the true capsule. Around it, this fascia is forming a false capsule. So this posterior layer is not so strong. This is very tough. The anterior layer is very tough. So when the thyroid is enlarged, that is in your goiter, when the thyroid is enlarged, it will push backwards. So what structures are there back? Your trachea is there, your esophagus will be there here, right? Esophagus. So the symptoms arise: dysphagia, dysphonia, this dyspnea. This symptoms will arise due to swelling of thyroid, because it is pushing back, not coming front. If it is enlarging, it is not coming from, because the anterior layer is very strong, posterior is not strong, that's why it is going back. And one more thing here, this is not related to this, but as we have mentioned the false and true capsule, in the surgery, your venous plexus of the thyroid, are present deep to your false true capsule. They are present deep to your true capsule. So hence, in surgery, when you are removing the thyroid gland, you can preserve the false capsule inside the body only. You just have to take out the true capsule and the gland. This much part you have to take out. Okay, you can keep this false capsule in the body. Why we are learning this here? Similar same structure you have in your prostate. False capsule, under that you have true capsule. But here the venous plexus are present between this false capsule and true capsule. So if you cut here, you are preserving the false capsule in the body only. So this venous plexus will be open. There will be full bleeding. So you should not disturb the false capsule, and whole you should take out. Here you can cut here, you can keep the false capsule. This is the cover, how you peel out your fruits. Do chilke hai, there are two peels. You can take out the outer peel, and wholly with the inner peel you can take out the fruit. But in prostate, the outer peel also you have to keep, because it will lead to bleeding. Okay, this is an applied point. This you will also counter this applied point in the thyroid, so I did it here. Now let us move to next layer. Is it clear now? This layer, it has nothing more, by it is just enclosing the thyroid gland in front of the trachea. That's it. Continues with the superior mediastinum. Any doubts I have, Sadat? Shall I move ahead?
Yeah, they have not put any comments till now.
Okay. So your prevertebral fascia, if this is my vertebra, cervical vertebra.
Yes, Nusrat, you can continue, no doubts.
Yeah. So in front of that, the layer is called as my prevertebral fascia. Now, in front of this, you will have your pharynx. You will have then, which will continue to your esophagus, pharynx. So the space between this pharynx and this, so this is behind the pharynx. So this is your retropharyngeal space. What space? Retropharyngeal space. Okay, these are your parapharyngeal spaces. your parapharyngeal. So so when the prevertebral, this is like a layer only, superior inferior attachments are not there. Superiorly it is attached to base of skull only, okay, your base of skull, base of skull. Inferiorly it is continuous with the posterior mediastinum, okay, posterior mediastinum. Now tracing of the muscle, the muscle laterally encloses your scaleneus muscles, your levator scapulae muscle, your splenius capitis muscle. These are all muscles of anyone? You have studied same these group of muscles somewhere? If the answer, tell me. Okay. After covering these muscles, it will go and fuse with the carotid sheath, okay, carotid sheath, like this. Here also carotid sheath, one part it will form, okay. This much only about prevertebral fascia. Did anyone tell the answer? Where did you find this same group of muscles?
Yeah, so Aisha is telling floor of post triangle,
Very
prevertebral.
nice, very nice, very nice. Floor of posterior triangle is made up of these muscles. You must have seen this diagram like this, various muscles multiple times in your readers. This is floor of posterior triangle, which is covered by your prevertebral fascia, okay. And the trunks from here, from the cervical vertebrae, you are having the trunks of brachial plexus, C7, C4, C5, C5, C6, C7, like that. So these trunks, these branches, roots, trunks, this will go into your axilla, right? It will travel to your axilla. So they are carrying a sheath along with them, and the axillary sheath is derived from your axillary sheath is nothing but it is the tubular continuation of your prevertebral fascia only. These roots, while traveling, they are getting the sheath along with them, okay. They are getting a sheath along with them, which is forming the axillary sheath, axillary fascia, okay. What else we have here? The again I told about buccopharyngeal fascia. It is nothing, it is covering the pharynx. All the muscles of the pharynx, constrictor muscles, are taken up by your, from the base of the skull to muscles of your pharynx. The buccopharyngeal fascia is there.
Nusrat,
Now
there is a
what?
doubt for you. Uzma is asking, ma'am, in prostatectomy, how do you remove the gland while leaving capsule intact?
Wholly you take out, you don't cut the capsule. How it is present, you take out like that only. In thyroid, what you're doing, you are first cutting the outer capsule, cleaning it. Now after that you are taking. Prostatectomy, you are not cutting anything, by everything is intact, like that only you have taken out, okay. Understood? Now we are going to the importance of this retropharyngeal space. This is very dangerous space. The cold abscess, you have a condition known as cold abscess here. What is cold abscess? Cold abscess means you are not having any inflammatory signs, no inflammatory signs, nothing, no fever, no pain, nothing, but abscess is there. So this retropharyngeal space, as I said, it is continuous with your posterior down, it is continuous with your posterior mediastinum. Here laterally it is continuous with your axilla, okay. Upwards it is continuous with your base of the skull. So the abscess is here. The tuberculosis carries the port spine, what we say, tuberculosis of the spine, okay, tuberculosis of the spine. It spreads the infection into the retropharyngeal space, and from there it can go to your mediastinum, it can go to your axilla. This cold abscess is spread. The condition causing, one of the condition causing, is this tuberculosis of spine, which is also called as your port spine. Port spine, okay. This is there, and what more about that? Buccopharyngeal, this much only. Yeah, now we were seeing one more modification we are left with, that is your carotid sheath. Carotid sheath, very important answer. Carotid sheath, what it is covering, it is enclosing what are the contents of the carotid sheath. You must have rectified it many times. Your inferior
Going to telling
external
mesoderm is the best.
wait. ठहरो, अभी नहीं हुई class, जरा रुक जाओ. External jugular, internal jugular vein, your carotid, common carotid, with that internal carotid, external carotid will go out like this. Okay, your common carotid here, then it will become internal carotid, and this external carotid is going out. This is your internal jugular vein, not your external bahar rehti. It is accessible to you, so no, it is not inside. Internal jugular vein, it is inside. This is your carotid sheath enclosing it. In between them, what you have, your vagus nerve, your vagus nerve. These are the contents. Now let us see how it is extending and how it is formed. Actually, it is formed by, if I take section, let me draw a neat diagram here. So if this is my investing layer, here is my carotid sheath. Okay, these are my carotid sheath. Let us pay attention to them, how it is formed. It is formed by all the three layers. From here, your investing layer will give its part. Your investing layer is giving its part from here. Your pretracheal layer will give its part from here. Like this, pretracheal layer will come like this, and your prevertebral layer is coming like this. So it is formed by every layer, all the three layers. It is formed. Okay. Now we have to see what is there on the anterior layer, what is there in the posterior wall, matlab what is attached to the anterior layer. You have a chain of nerve like this, ansa cervicalis is attached on the anterior wall. Posterior wall, you have your sympathetic chain, and that's what I told. Carotid artery, internal common carotid first, then internal carotid, then your jugular vein, internal jugular vein, and then your vagus nerve inside. Done. Now attachments. Superiorly, obviously, where this carotid and internal jugular, where this carotid, it will go into your carotid canal. It will go to your this jugular foramen, internal jugular. So that base, it is attached like this. Jugular foramen, carotid canal. Superiorly, if I consider my body like this, superiorly, it is what do you say, jugular foramen and carotid. Inferiorly, till where it will go? Inferiorly, it will go till arch of aorta, from where this common carotid, arch of aorta. Inferiorly, arch of aorta. Done. Your carotid triangle is done. Your deep fascia is also done. Okay. Now let us see in the 3D model. Anything to be explained now? Tell me. I will explain again. Then we will see the 3D model. One second.
Yeah, are there any doubts? Not yet. Yeah, no doubts. I think but we can proceed.
Okay. 1 second. Now let us see in the body, dear. I'm switching on that app. 1 second, please. Everything who was asking me to revise, one person was asking me, now pay attention, because this is an overview of all what is being done, what was being done. Okay.
Yeah, Anam. Yeah.
1 second. Let me share my screen. Yeah. Is my screen visible?
Not yet. Yeah, it's visible. It's visible.
Chalo. Now we will see the investing layer. Now I am seeing from the posterior side. What this? This is my external occipital protuberance. Now I am seeing the attachments of the investing layer. Okay, superior occipital protuberance, superior nuchal line, superior nuchal line. Now let me turn body, superior nuchal line, then superior nuchal line, then your mastoid process and your lower angle. So pura from here it is coming above. This is your superior attachment. Inferior attachment, your spine of scapula, your acromion process, and your upper part of clavicle. So this will like this will be your investing layer. Okay, investing
Vishnath,
layer.
it's not visible.
Not visible.
I mean, what you have drawn was not visible. Only the skeletal system is visible.
Not now also not visible. See,
नहीं, it's showing draw mode disabled करके.
draw mode disabled. 1 second. Again, I'll share. Now you see.
Yeah,
One second.
now it's
Now
visible.
it is visible.
Yeah, just rub that part and again once again draw na. It was not visible.
Yes. So let us keep this body like this. Okay. Now we are drawing. This is your external occipital protuberance. Okay. Then your superior nuchal line, mastoid process. Then your lower angle of mandible. Okay, done. Now inferiorly, what do you have? Inferiorly, you have your spine of scapulae, acromion process, and upper part of clavicle. This will be whole your deep investing layer. Okay, so we are talking about ligamentum nuchae. Ligamentum nuchae. Okay, so it will extend here from spine of C7. So this will be continuous like a collar around your neck. Collar around your neck. Pre-tracheal fascia and pre-vertebral fascia. I don't think it is apt to show here. और क्या बताना था? Rest all is understood ना? अभी इसमें तो यही attachment is okay. Anything else you want me to show in this model? You can put in the requests. I will be showing here.
Yes, please put it in the chat box.
Because
I'm
various
getting very
sections.
few responses.
Yeah, anything you want me to show in this live model or anything, you tell me, I will show it. Because various sections are not possible here, as I have showed in the diagrammatic form. Anything you want me to show, I will surely show it here.
No, nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing till
So
now.
shall I close? Tell up,
One
guys. No,
second.
no problem. If you have any silly request also, it's not a problem. Nothing is silly. If you keep your doubts with you and go off, that is silly. Okay, I was
Yeah.
telling about the posterior triangle and all, na? There, 1 second. Let me put the
Okay,
muscles here.
so Shaista is asking you to show muscles of lower limb if you have.
Now, muscles of lower limb in this session.
No, the video is
Okay.
uploaded na Shaista on YouTube channel. You can watch there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
There
program
I
will
have told
be
multiple
starting
times.
from Sunday. Matlab not.
See, guys, the investing layer, which I was telling, the roof of posterior triangle and all, see in this diagram. Your posterior layer, your investing layer is starting here, right? So it is covering everything. So what is this? This is your, there, let me change the color. This is your posterior triangle. So first it is enclosing your trapezius, then it is forming the roof of the posterior triangle, then it is enclosing your sternocleidomastoid, this done. Now let me move my body. Now anterior triangle, everything. What is this muscle here? What is this muscle here? This is your platysma. Below this you will have the deep fascia. If I remove this, then you will have my deep fascia. Then what? The whole anterior triangle roof is formed by your, investing layer. This whole roof is formed. Okay. Was there on क्या था? Tanika?
Parishud, Karan is asking
Okay.
you to tell the embryology of cervical fascia.
Embryology? Sorry, I
Of
don't know.
cervical fascia. I think it's not needed now.
Not needed. Embryology. Fascia की भी embryology रहती है. I don't know. Fascia just coverings which develop, like how in peritoneum, how like you are putting your hand inside something model you showed, no? Like that only structures when they are migrating from here and there, they take with them the fascia, which is a connective tissue. So I don't think there is a special embryology for it. Anything else you want me to show in this?
Yeah, I don't think there are any doubts. Someone is typing sub sahi hai. I understand. Acha.
Okay, then we are done with the class. You can leave
Yeah.
now. Or
You
any
can stop
doubts?
the
You can tell
recording.
me. I'll re-explain.
There are certain
Anam,
doubts
is it
coming up.
clear now? Anam? One second.